Hi guys, I'm Mikairi. Today's video is gonna be about my very first mechanical keyboard. Woo. So let's get right into the video. How I got into keyboard. So this is my current setup. I play games like this and it got me thinking that maybe it's time to build my own keyboard. It's researching time. I have done plenty of researching. I didn't know which one I should get at first, but then I watched YouTube videos to help me, and after plenty of watching YouTube videos, I finally fell into the rabbit hole. Therefore, introducing my first keyboard. Lubing the switches. I have Casio Boba UFO silent tactile switches with me here. Since I never had mechanical keyboard, I am going for the tactile switches because I think I like the tactility of the switch. I am using Krytox GPL204 Grade 0 because it's tactile. I also use Krytox GPL105 for the springs. I am doing batches of 10 because I am back lubing the springs. But before I forget, here's how a stock Boba UFO sounds like. First is the bottom housing. After doing some research, I'm going to follow the less is more. Put some lube on the brush a rice grain size, then mix it well together using the lid of the loop. Spread it evenly throughout the brush. There should not be any white cast visible on the brush. Put one swipe on the left, one swipe on the right, then 3 swipes. Make sure the corner is looped. Same on the other side. Then a circle in the middle. Next, for the spring, I back loop them. It's easier this way. For every 10 springs, I only use 1 drop of the GPL105. Then shake. There is a shine on the spring, so it's evenly looped. For the stem, I use the same amount as the bottom housing, a rice grain size spread evenly. Put 1 swipe on each sides of the stem, then spread it evenly. Since my switches are silent, there's a rubber top that should be avoided. If I loop the rubber, it might get sticky. I also avoid the leg because it's tactile. Make sure that there's no white cast visible. Then assembling parts of the switches back. The bottom housing, then put the spring. Then if you want to film, this is the time to film it. Put on the stem and top housing. Here's the sound of loop and film Boba UFO. Lubing the stabilizers. I am using the Everglide V2 stabilizers. Since I have leftover stabilizers pad, I'm gonna use the strip to do the FC mod. The stabilizer stem has a front side and a back side, where the front side has 2 holes and the back side just 1 hole. The strip is applied on the back side, onto the angles and the flat bottom. Here's how it looks when finished. Then I use Krytox GPL205 Grade 0 to loop the stabilizers. I put some loop on the stem a bit and also the inner of the housing. Put a little grain size on the place where the stabilizer wire will rest in. Since I have modded the stem, I don't need to put too much loop on the wire end, just a layer of loop. Then assemble back the stabilizers part. Here's how it looked like with the FC mod. It's building time! I have the KBD75 PCB with me. First, I'm gonna check all individual keys using VIA. Yay! It all works! Next, I'm gonna put the stabilizers back onto the PCB where the stabilizers will rest. Since this is my first time, I don't know where the stabilizers will rest. I'm gonna use the plate to guide me. Then it's time to put the stabilizers in and screw the stabilizer to the plate. I also used the ready-made foam in between the plate and the PCB. Putting in the loop and film switches at the corner and stabilizer first. Then I soldered it using the ProSkit soldering station. I actually haven't soldered for years. Thankfully, in my school days, there's a subject teaching how to use a soldering iron. Next, putting in all the switches. Back to soldering every switches. Not gonna bore you watching the soldering parts. Skip. Since there's some residue, I use isopropyl alcohol to clean the board. It's checking time! Every switches works! Woohoo! Got the KBD75v2 case and the bottom foam. Then I put the PCB on the case. Yes, I forgot to get rid of the sticker. No worries, I already got rid of it. Screw everything in place. Now it's time for keycaps. I bought the infinikey musubi extras. It looks so nice. And I actually made a mistakes on the caps lock and space bar. But skipping to the parts, I already fixed it. I also bought a coiled cable matching with my build. I think that I did well for my very first keyboard. I didn't use any guides during the building process, which is why there's some mistakes here and there. I used the information from my researching process and I tried to build this keyboard. It was fun to do and might do it again next time. I'll do it better and remember that I shouldn't do the same mistakes twice. That's all. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.